When our children were toddlers, we sometimes held a cell phone up to their ear so they could listen to their grandma. Puzzled about how they could hear grandma but not see her, they instinctively held out the phone and looked at it, wondering how she could be inside the phone. Their understandable mistake was to assume that the only way to hear grandma's voice was if the phone were somehow hiding grandma inside of it. They weren't able to think of the phone as just a medium through which grandma could be heard. It's also a mistake to think of the universe as somehow hiding God. Like the phone, the universe is just a medium through which God can be known. Scientists aren't going to find him living inside the universe any more than they could discover grandma living inside of a phone. This is because God is described as the supreme being. He isn't called this because he's some kind of Superman-like being who chooses to live elsewhere in a heavenly metropolis, hidden from view because we're stuck inside this universe. Nor is this Superman-like God only known to us through a few scant traces of himself he's left behind, like a teenage boy might leave his dirty socks lying on the floor. God's described as the supreme being because the very being or existence of the universe depends on him in two fundamental ways. First, he's the one who created the universe in the beginning. Apart from him, the universe simply wouldn't be here. Second, the continued existence of the universe is grounded every single moment in him. Sort of like how a Wi-Fi signal exists in your living room only so long as your router is powered on. The universe is continuously here only because God, so to speak, is powered on and never shuts off. Every single day, then, the universe, like the phone held up to our child's ear, is a medium through which the reality and the goodness of God can be clearly known. In fact, the most common reaction of people who've come to believe in God is that his existence, where previously it felt hidden, seems suddenly the clearest thing known to them. That God is more or less an open secret. That waking up to the reality of God is like that moment after the power shuts off in a storm, when we suddenly realize the clear presence of a heater or air conditioner that up to that very instant of the power loss has been quietly humming in the background and inconspicuously providing our pleasant environment. But if God is the supreme being, couldn't he make special appearances that make him not so much of an open secret, but just undeniably open and right in front of us? We'll take that up in part 2.